It's 8 a.m. right now, opening day for Wisconsin gun deer hunters. Information ahead on some best practices to keep yourself safe. Plus, a Madison Community Center is getting ready to give out Thanksgiving baskets to families in need. We take a look at how people help to make it possible. And we can expect a pleasant weekend ahead. Look at that sunrise. Jacob is tracking out some above average temps before Thanksgiving arrives. Good morning and thanks for joining us here on Weekend Mornings. It is Saturday, November 18th. I'm Kyle Pazorski. Let's begin by taking a look outside with Jacob Montesano. Jacob, how are you doing on this Saturday morning?
I'm doing very well, just as well as the sunrise is right now, with complete sunshine across our area, and that's going to continue throughout much of the day. Current temperature is at 37 degrees. Overall low temperatures this morning were pretty close to average, and looking at the temperatures across our area, looks like Madison is one of the warmer spots, as much of the region still in the lower 30s or upper 20s. Looking at the winds, also not really an issue, so in general we're seeing a fairly comfortable morning. Obviously, you know, it is a bit cold, but that's what is what is expected for this time of the year. Now, as we go throughout the day, we're going to continue to see above average temperatures. Highs will be around 50 degrees, a little bit warmer than yesterday, but cooler than what we saw earlier in the week. We're likely not going to get anywhere close to 60. Now, here's a look at timing out your day. For Madison, we'll see temperatures in the 40s during the late morning, still in the 40s around noon, and then by the afternoon, we'll see highs in the lower 50s. For La Crosse, temperatures will be a bit warmer. Highs could possibly reach the middle 50s. We'll see the temperatures reach around 50 by the noon hour, with some areas close to 55 by the time we get to the later afternoon. Now, I'll talk more in detail about our next chance of rain and a big change in temperatures by Thanksgiving. Those details coming up a bit later.
Thank you, Jacob. We'll check back in just a bit. To our top stories at 8, a judge has sentenced a Madison man to more than 7 years in prison for shooting another man outside a downtown bar on Easter Sunday. Keontae Jackson will serve 7.5 years, followed by 5 years of extended supervision. Authorities say an altercation started inside Danny's Pub early Easter morning. It continued after both groups involved were kicked out of the bar. Officers patrolling State Street heard a gunshot and found a victim. The man suffered serious injuries but survived. A 53-year-old man turned himself in to Madison police Friday after hitting 2 men over a disagreement while eating out. It happened at a Perkins restaurant on Hayes Road on the far east side. A man told police he was beaten after asking another man to mute the loud videos he was playing on his phone, a reasonable request. Well, someone tried to intervene but were also hit. Police say the suspect took off before they arrived. He later turned himself in. A Sparta pastor accused of sexual assault made his first appearance in court Friday. 46-year-old Travis Becknell is charged with felony sexual exploitation by a therapist or clergy and a misdemeanor charge of 4th-degree sexual assault. Becknell's signature bond was set for $25,000. Meanwhile, the church where Becknell used to preach is closing its doors for good. Yesterday, the church held a rummage sale of the remaining contents of its building. Money made from the sale is being donated to a non-profit. Today is the day, the start of Wisconsin's annual 9-day gun deer hunting season. For hunters, this season comes with a mixed outlook. That's because harvest numbers are expected to be down. Officials with the Department of Natural Resources say warmer temperatures plus the lack of snow could make bagging a deer more challenging. Hunters killed more than 203,000 deer during the 2022 season. That was up 14% from 2021. And if you do bag a deer, a reminder that the DNR offers free testing for chronic wasting disease. There are 175 kiosks like the one you are seeing here. These are where hunters can drop off deer heads. Those heads are then sent to the DNR Processing Center in Poinet, where the lymph nodes are removed, sealed in a bag, and receive a barcode. Kevin Wallenfang, the manager there, shares what happens next.
So that is what connects this deer to the hunter that killed it. And then one of these copies we save here in our archive, and then the other copy goes to the lab in Madison, Wisconsin Veterinary Diagnostics Lab, and they actually do the testing, and then we get the results back and we send those out to the hunter.
CWD has never been detected in humans, but both the DNR and CDC recommend every deer be tested before its venison is eaten. To find the closest kiosk to you, you can visit dnr.wisconsin.gov. The gun deer hunting season closes on the evening of Sunday, November 26th. If you need a holiday gift idea for the outdoorsy people in your life, consider getting them a 2024 Wisconsin State Park Pass. The DNR says those passes go on sale next Friday. The state park and forest admission stickers and trail passes will be available online. You can also buy them at a state park or at a DNR service center. An annual vehicle admission sticker costs $28 for Wisconsin residents. Trail passes are $25. Both stickers and trail passes are good from the date of purchase through the end of next year. Looking overseas, it's now been 42 days since the war broke out between Israel and Hamas. The United Nations has stopped deliveries of food and other supplies to Gaza after a lack of fuel shut down communications. And now mass evacuations are underway of Gaza's main hospital. CBS News correspondent Wendy Gillette has the latest.
Once again, explosions lit up the night sky in Gaza as the war enters its 6th week. This morning, smoke drifted up from apparent targets. There was also a new raid in the West Bank that damaged buildings on what Israel called a terror cell. The Israeli military showed CBS News weapons and a tunnel at Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza that it says proves Hamas was using it as a command center, which the group denies. Israel raided the hospital this week.
This is it's not something you can see right now. We took most of the things out.
19-year-old Israeli soldier Noah Marciano was buried yesterday after her remains were found in a building adjacent to the hospital. She was kidnapped in the early hours of the October 7th Hamas attack.
Bring them back home now.
Thousands marched to Jerusalem praying for the safe return of the remaining hostages.
7 of my family members are kidnapped in Gaza. My mother, my sister husband and their children, who are 8 and 3 years old. A 3-year-old girl is in Gaza.
Free Palestine! Pro-Palestinian marches were held throughout the U.S., including in New York City during the evening rush hour, Washington, D.C., and on the University of Michigan campus in Ann Arbor, where students took over a building.
I know that in 30 years from now, if I were looking back on what I was doing today, and I wasn't here, I would regret it.
The demonstrators are calling for a ceasefire. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
The State Department says it's aware of unconfirmed reports of a person found dead in Gaza who may have been an American citizen, but is still looking into the matter. Back here in the U.S., it was a good close for the week on Wall Street Friday. All 3 major indexes ended in the green, with stocks rising for 3 straight weeks now. A slate of economic data shows inflation is slowing down. Investor optimism that the Federal Reserve might be done hiking interest rates, with perhaps rate cuts to come next year. And here are Friday's closing numbers. The Dow adds just under 2 points. The NASDAQ jumps a dozen, and the S&P 500 up almost 6. Madison's Goodman Center is getting ready to give out Thanksgiving baskets to thousands of Dane County families in need between now and Monday. Before the baskets can go out their doors, organizers look to the Madison community for help filling them up. Armand Rahman talked turkey with them as they pack the baskets Friday night.
Dozens of volunteers are here packing over 4,000 Thanksgiving baskets. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That they plan to distribute over the next 2 days. To start, 2 cans of veggies, vegetable oil, you know, the ingredients that are important.
Chicken broth.
Just maybe not everybody's favorite.
I feel so left out. My son loves mac and cheese. I should have been on that over there on that side. I get the liquid.
But for volunteers like Ken, it's not about what item they get assigned.
I'm trying to teach my son about how to give back instead of always receiving, because he's getting that age where, you know, Christmas coming. I want him to be able to give instead of receiving. So
moving down the well-oiled machine are the items that are still needed this year.
Some gravy, and we've got stuffing.
Cranberry sauce.
Cranberry out of a can, that's the best.
Oh, yeah. how you know it's real good.
The top turkeys at the Goodman Food Pantry are still asking you to drop those off at the community centers Saturday and Sunday. They're also accepting monetary donations.
It's help pay for the things we've already purchased, as well as kind of help us do those last-minute purchases for anything we don't have.
Still, they say this is the most they've collected by the Friday before Thanksgiving in a few years.
Hundreds and hundreds of pounds have come in the door, so we've been collecting donations all week long, and it's going to help us get those 4,000 baskets out this weekend.
Everybody's favorite, mac and cheese.
Down the line, the goodness keeps on flowing.
It ain't a whole lot, but it's something, you know, for people to come and get their Thanksgiving meals from here, you know, so I think we're doing some good.
And the Gobble Gobble for a Good Cause will keep going as they start distributing the baskets on Saturday. For now, in Madison, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
More local news this week. Madison police arrested a 58-year-old man who they say drove while intoxicated and crashed into an unoccupied ambulance. The arrest was made on Thursday. Officers and EMS were called to the area of I-90 near High Crossing Boulevard after a bystander witnessed the man's vehicle crossed over a grassy median multiple times. The man was found unconscious in his vehicle when first responders arrived. After he woke up, police said he tried to drive away but crashed into an ambulance. Police said drug paraphernalia was found in the vehicle. Classes for some of UW-Madison students were canceled Friday after a morning fire at Engineering Hall. It happened at around 7:30. About an hour later, the fire was out, though. Madison Fire says it was caused by maintenance work being done on an air handling unit. Damage was contained to that unit, and fortunately, no one was hurt. The fire caused the building to close for the day, canceling classes there as well. The time is now 8:10. Coming up, a bill to make gig workers independent contractors. And you're taking a live look outside. Jacob has your full forecast just ahead on Weekend Mornings.
Join me in the 608 weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
If your home or business property has suffered storm damage, go with Ace Exterior Solutions. Ace will work with your insurance company to get you the best results for your damaged roof, siding, or gutters. Call now for a free storm damage inspection from Ace Exterior Solutions.
This is for after work.
At Lawton Cates, we connect you with top medical specialists after a serious injury. We hold the insurance company responsible for your lost wages and hospital bills, and we won't accept anything less than what you deserve. Your life counts. Lawton Cates.
Let's get real clear. If you have psoriasis and are experiencing joint pain, it could be psoriatic arthritis. Both are believed to be caused by excess inflammation inside the body. Get real with your dermatologist and ask about Real Clear Skin today.
iPhone 15 Pro, your husband deserves it.
Carolers, to tell me you want a new iPhone, a better plan is Verizon.
No way they take this break.
Yes, they will in any condition. Get iPhone 15 Pro and iPad and Apple Watch all on them.
Please forgive him.
It's all good, just a little awkward. We'll wrap this up.
Black Friday starts now. Turn any iPhone in any condition into a new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium and iPad and Apple Watch SE all on us. That's up to $1,700 in value. It's holiday every day with Verizon.
Don't take a chance when it comes to your home or business. Go with Ace Exterior Solutions. Call Ace now and save hundreds with their money-saving fall discounts on roofing and siding. Locally owned, full service, and always guaranteed. Ace Exterior Solutions.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning, everybody. Here are the 3 things you need to know to get you ready for the weekend and next week. We're going to see pleasant conditions for the most part during the weekend, but we do have a chance of rain as we head into Monday, mainly later in the day on Monday into Tuesday night. And although we're not going to see a ton of precipitation, we are going to see the temperatures drop significantly following the rain and some possible snow. As we look at the forecast for today, it's going to be very nice. Plenty of sunshine. Highs will be around 50 degrees. And as we head into the overnight hours, we're going to continue to see the clear skies. Lows will be around 30. Not much going on for the next 24 to 48 hours because Sunday, although we are going to see a few more clouds, especially during the afternoon hours, we are going to remain dry and temperatures will be very similar to today, maybe a tad bit cooler with highs in the upper 40s to lower 50s. Now, as we go into Monday, like I mentioned, that's when we're going to see the chance of rainfall, but we're not going to see a cloud cover for at least another 24 hours. But here's a look at future tracks going into Monday. During the day, we could see some light rain in the far southern portion of the state, but the rest of our area won't see that precipitation until later in the evening and overnight hours. There is also a possibility that we could see some snowflakes, especially for those of you off to the west of Madison. But any snow that does fall will likely not accumulate, maybe a dusting to a ½ inch at most. But this also is not expected to last very long because it will clear out of our area by the late morning and afternoon on Tuesday. And even when it does rain or snow, it's not going to be that heavy. And we're also not going to see much after the rain and snow Monday and Tuesday as far as precipitation goes, because here's a look at the next 7 days precipitations forecast. We're barely going to see a quarter of an inch of precipitation. So we are going to remain dry, and there's not much chance of rain even beyond the next 7 days. Now, the big story, though, is that change in temperatures. So here's a look at the 10-day high temperature trend. 50s this weekend, 40s Monday and Tuesday as that system moves in. And then after the system, we're going to drop significantly with highs only in the lower 30s. Now, these are the high temperatures, pretty similar to the low temperatures we saw this morning and we're going to see tonight. And this looks to continue even beyond the next 10 days. So here's a look at your full 10-day forecast for La Crosse. We are going to see a small chance of some snow Friday, but after Tuesday, we generally are going to be dry with partly sunny to mostly sunny skies through Thanksgiving and the Thanksgiving weekend. At the very least, Thanksgiving is typically a holiday spent indoors, and I'm assuming a lot of people around Wisconsin will likely spend it indoors when the forecast is looking like this. So very cold temperatures by the middle of next week. It's also going to be breezy, especially Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, with some colder conditions by next weekend, but we do have a chance of some flurries by next Saturday. But as you can see, even starting the following week, next Monday, we're still going to see those cold temperatures continue.
Jacob, thank you. In less than a week, millions of Americans will be hitting the road to their Thanksgiving destinations. That's why AAA says drivers should make sure your vehicle is prepared for the trip. Nick Jarmusch with AAA says they expect to rescue more than 350,000 people nationwide over Thanksgiving weekend. But there are things you can do now to make sure you're never in that position.
Having your car brought in for an inspection is ideal if you can, where they can look at your tires, your battery, all the belts and hoses.
AAA says Thanksgiving Day itself will likely be the least congested day for traffic. If you need to leave on another day, they can recommend doing it in the morning when there will be less traffic than the afternoon. And good news for anyone driving in Wisconsin this weekend ahead of Thanksgiving, gas prices are down compared to last year at this time. According to AAA, the Wisconsin average price for regular unleaded is at $3.04. That's down from $3.46 last year. Madison, Rock County, Milwaukee, and La Crosse all similarly seeing lower prices. Now in Wisconsin, a pair of bills in the legislature could make DoorDash drivers independent contractors. It's not just DoorDash, though. It's for any gig worker. So that applies for delivery apps like Uber, Lyft, and Instacart. Workers wouldn't be eligible for workers' comp or unemployment insurance, but the legislation lays out conditions under which the companies would be able to provide insurance coverage. They'd also contribute to portable benefit accounts. The proposal does have bipartisan support. The delivery apps, for their part, also support this measure. To Viroqua, where the historic Fortney Hotel celebrated its grand reopening on Friday. Some of the new features include new windows, fresh exterior paint, and commercial spaces for small businesses on the first floor. The owners said that they did their best to preserve as many of the original elements of the hotel as possible. This included keeping the original floors, tin ceilings, and lobby desk from 1899. They say the hotel has received worldwide acclaim.
We've had so much response from people traveling the Midwest, the U.S., and as well as world travelers who have stayed here and said it's one of the nicest hotels they've ever stayed in, and that's quite a compliment.
Warble went on to say he believes the charm of Viroqua is what vastly attributes to the hotel's success. Still ahead, a Madison Zoo is getting festive for the holiday season. You can take part, and there are several new shows and movies to check out this weekend. Will Loper shares his picks and 3 things to watch when we return on Weekend Mornings.
At U.S. Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself one. Then give yourself the gift of not checking it.
Toyotathon is on. Time to make the holidays picture perfect with a new Toyota. We're gonna need a bigger tree.
Get 3.99% APR plus $1,000 cash back on Tacoma when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
Think all Medicare plans are the same? Think again. A Medicare Advantage plan from Dean Health Plan gives you the benefits you need with premiums as low as $0 a month. Medical, hospital, and prescription drug coverage comes with $0 copays for primary care doctor visits. And extra benefits can help you save even more. Get preventive and comprehensive dental, $250 for eyewear, and $750 for hearing aids. Plus, you can save on over-the-counter health and wellness items. All this and a free fitness membership at more than 20,000 locations. Call 1-866-249-1748 now to request your free Dean Health Plan Medicare Advantage Guide. That's 1-866-249-1748. Dean Health Plan, right here with you.
Hey, Dad, we're running low.
We'll be all right.
What is going on here?
Insulation? I'm chilly.
I can't help you with the decoration, but I can help you replace these windows fast.
Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no interest until 2025. And we'll get it done Feldco fast.
Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
At Foster Funeral and Cremation Services, we honor legacies. Let us take care of the arrangement so you can focus on saying goodbye. Veteran-owned and operated. Experience exceptional care and affordable service with Foster Funeral and Cremation Services.
Get ready for an improved news experience. The all-new Channel 3000 News app is here, tailored for your news the way you want it, with a customizable homepage and faster page loads. Download the Channel 3000 News app, powered by News 3 Now.
Toyotathon is on. Make your holidays a little more magical with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Get $1,000 cash back on your favorite models when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
U.S. Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro.
Cut, more feeling. Cue the music.
U.S. Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Love it.
New and current customers can get the iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us. Get the gift of connection at U.S. Cellular.
With many people traveling over the next week, I thought I'd show you the forecast across the United States. So for the weekend, there's going to be a system mostly off to the west, impacting portions of California and the other Rocky Mountain regions. Now, as we get into Sunday, that system will impact the Central Plains, but mostly in the form of rain. And that'll be the system that tracks into our area, but the heaviest will stay to the south and then impact the East Coast by the time we get to late Tuesday. Now, good thing is that Wednesday, which is the day I feel like most people travel, it's going to be fairly dry across the United States. But as we get towards Thanksgiving and towards the weekend after Thanksgiving, there's going to be a system entering the United States from the northwest, impacting the Rocky Mountain region for Thanksgiving and Friday. And by the time we get to next weekend, it looks like it will impact the central portion of the United States. But that's over 7 days out, so a lot could change with this system between now and then. But at the very least, it does look like it will be dry for Wednesday. And looking at the 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook, at the very least, our area is expected to be dry.
Thank you, Jacob. The Henry Faz Zoo is bringing back its annual holiday light show this year, and tickets are now on sale. Zoo Lights starts the day after Thanksgiving, and will be open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 5:30 to 9 each night through December 30th. The zoo will also have bonus weekday nights for the event of the last 2 weeks of December. Tickets cost $10 each, or you can buy a 4-pack for $35. They are required in advance. Children 3 and under get in for free. Tickets can be bought online at henryfileszoo.gov. For those staying inside, maybe checking out a new movie is in store. From a series starring Kurt and Wyatt Russell to a superhero movie that follows a college graduate, there's clearly no shortage of films and shows streaming. Our Will Loper shares his picks in this weekend's 3 Things to Watch.
Monarch was there in San Francisco.
Newly streaming on Apple TV Plus is the series Monarch: Legacy of Monsters.
These monsters and Monarch have taken everything from me.
The show takes place in a world after Godzilla is out and about and follows 2 siblings who discover more monsters and an organization known as Monarch.
This world, it's not ours. Believe me.
Is so much more vast than we could possibly imagine.
The first 2 episodes of Monarch: Legacy of Monsters is streaming on Apple TV Plus now.
Don't really understand how I ended up here. Dashing around. And losing sight of myself in the process.
Newly streaming on Netflix is the 6th season of The Crown.
I'm afraid, Your Majesty, interest in the princess's private life is unlikely to die down anytime soon.
The show continues to follow the life of Queen Elizabeth II and the rest of the royal family, as well as Princess Diana, portrayed by Elizabeth Debicki.
Set against a background of raw emotion, the royal family remains silent.
What do people want from me?
For you to be mother to the nation.
The first 4 episodes of The Crown Season 6 are streaming on Netflix now.
Guard that with your life, but do not open it.
And newly streaming on Max is the film Blue Beetle.
How did you get it to do that?
I think he likes me.
The superhero film follows a recent college graduate, Jaime Reyes, who finds himself attached with an alien scarab that turns into a full suit. And he has to learn how to work with it to save the day.
The scarab chose you, but it belongs to me.
That love you feel for your family makes you weak.
Blue Beetle is streaming on Max now. Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for Weekend Mornings.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized Black Friday sale, going on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC. If your home or business property has suffered storm damage, go with Ace Exterior Solutions. Ace will work with your insurance company to get you the best results for your damaged roof, siding, or gutters. Call now for a free storm damage inspection from Ace Exterior Solutions.
Design your dream kitchen with cabinet refacing from Mad City Kitchens. Mad City is Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for kitchen cabinet refacing. Installed in as little as 2 days, backed with a lifetime warranty. Plus, with Mad City's Price Lock Guarantee, once you receive a free design consultation, we'll lock your price in and guarantee it for 1 year. And we're ready to take your call now during our holiday savings sale. Receive 75% off installation of a cabinet refacing project, 48 months, 0% interest, senior and military discounts. Plus a bonus. Receive $500 in Mad City cash with your cabinet refacing purchase. Good for future home improvement projects. And call during this program for a free $50 Amazon gift card with in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Don't take a chance when it comes to your home or business. Go with Ace Exterior Solutions. Call Ace now and save hundreds with their money-saving fall discounts on roofing and siding. Locally owned, full service, and always guaranteed. Ace Exterior Solutions. FlexSteel is furniture that comforts. Furniture for living. Furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized Black Friday sale. Going on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
It's 8:30 right now. Information on a home invasion in Dane County. How law enforcement is saying you can avoid the same thing. Plus, a meeting to address violence on Madison's east side. Ahead, what you need to know to attend. And expect a pleasant weekend ahead. Jacob is tracking out some above-average temps on this opening day of the gun deer hunt. Good morning, and thanks for joining us here on Weekend Mornings. Metallica guitarist Kirk Hammett turns 61 today. Let's send it over to Jacob Madison for a look at your Saturday forecast. Jacob.
Yeah, temperatures are going to be pretty nice today. We're going to see those highs a little bit above average. They're going to be a lot warmer compared to yesterday. However, they are going to be a tad bit cooler compared to earlier in the week. Right now, if you look up, we are seeing pretty much completely clear skies, and that's going to be the case throughout much of the day. Current temperature in Madison, 37 degrees, seeing calm winds, low humidity, very comfortable right now. You know, it is a little bit chilly, but considering this is pretty close to average, you know, it's certainly not too bad, especially when the wind is calm. Now, looking at the current temperatures across our area, some places are still hanging on to those 20s, but our entire region is expected to rise to at least near 50, if not into the 50s themselves. As we look at the wind speeds right now, much of the area is experiencing calm winds, and I really feel like when we get to winter time, the winds are pretty much seem to be like the most important factor in terms of how it feels outside, because when you have the calm winds, you know, it definitely doesn't feel as cold as it actually is. Now, looking at the high temperatures for today, we're going to see highs around 50 degrees, plenty of sunshine, a few clouds on Sunday, but in general, we're going to be dry all weekend. So planning out your day for Madison, we'll be in the 40s for the late morning and around noon, with lower 50s in the afternoon. A bit warmer for La Crosse with highs in the middle 50s. Could get to the 50s a bit earlier as well, as 40s are still expected during the late morning. Now, I'll talk more in detail about our next chance of rain and talk about a big change in temperatures by the time we get to Thanksgiving. I'll have those details coming up a bit later.
Thank you, Jacob. To our top stories now at 8:30. On Friday morning, a family in the town of Burke came face to face with a home intruder. The Dane County Sheriff's Office says the homeowner was walking up from his basement when he saw a masked person walking from his house to the garage. He reported seeing 3 people leave in a white SUV. The keys to the home, a vehicle, and the garage door opener were all taken.
These are crimes of opportunity, so if they can find a vehicle unlocked, they can then sometimes enter the home using the garage door. Then once they get into the garage, they have access to the house in many cases, and they can take whatever they want at that point.
Anyone with information about this incident is urged to call the Dane County tip line at the number on your screen, which is 608-284-6900. Classes for some UW-Madison students were canceled Friday after a morning fire at Engineering Hall. It happened at around 7:30. About an hour later, the fire was out. Madison Fire says it was caused by a maintenance worker and maintenance work being done on an air handling unit. Damage was contained to that unit, and fortunately no one was hurt. The fire caused the building to be closed for the day and canceling classes there as well. A Sparta man is in custody facing child sexual assault charges. 20-year-old Damian Hernandez Swenson faces 13 felony counts of child sex crimes. That includes 4 counts of first-degree child sexual assault of children under 13. Sparta police arrested him this week after multiple investigations dating back to 2016. Police say Hernandez Swenson still has daily contact with one of the victims. The Monroe County Department of Human Services is not removing that person from the situation. The judge has set a $250,000 cash bond, GPS monitoring, and no contact with anyone under 18. His next court date is December 27th. On Monday, a community meeting is being held to address recent gun violence and community safety on Madison's Far East Side. The Harmony Apartments off Milwaukee Street has been the site of 2 deadly shootings this year. The purpose of the meeting is to inform residents all that is being done in response to the recent pattern of violence there. Alder Derek Field, Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway, and members of the Madison Police Department will all be in attendance. Alder Field says he hopes this is the start of continued conversations.
I hope that people show up with their questions and with an open mind, ready to hear what all is happening, and have a more substantive conversation going into the future about youth supports to prevent gun violence.
Ahead of Monday's meeting, Mayor Rhodes Conway sent us this statement saying, quote, "The city takes the issue of gun violence very seriously and has been working hard to support this neighborhood in particular. I'm pleased to support Alder Field's efforts here." And now an update. Officials with the future of Madison Public Market say the city will officially break ground on the project later this month. The project has been years in the making, suffering setbacks from rising construction costs and budget shortfalls. A date hasn't been chosen yet, but the Madison Public Market Foundation says a groundbreaking ceremony will happen by the end of the month. The site is on the city's Near East Side, located on First Street between East Johnson and East Washington. The market will announce its new director and kick off vendor selection early next year. It's estimated the market will open sometime in the spring of 2025. Watch this. A Minnesota couple has an unusual problem. They seem to be stuck with tens of thousands of dollars, or tens of thousands rather, of pennies. David Schumann got a look at the container full of coins and tried to figure out what to do with them.
All 30,000 of them right here.
John Becker leads me to his bedroom closet where a 5-gallon jug full of pennies sits.
My wife saves them.
He estimates there's $300 worth of pennies in there. It's an educated guess because they once deposited a jug just like it.
Now, we've got another jug full that she's been saving over 10 years, and now the bank won't take them.
John says he banks at Border Bank near his home in Coon Rapids.
What are we going to do with them? It's 300 pounds in there. And we can't use them for a boat anchor because they stole my boat.
The branch president told us they gladly accept loose coins, but not like that, because 1, it would be too heavy to lift, and 2, the coins will get jammed in the neck of the container. If the customer can move the coins to smaller buckets without a neck, we'd be happy to process. Whatever he decides to do, John isn't stopping.
They're everywhere. I'm starting to see pennies all over the ground. And I pick them up for my wife because she likes to save them.
In Coon Rapids, David Schumann, WCCO News.
The time is now 8:37. Still ahead, a popular bread is back on La Crosse residents' grocery list. And now, your day in history.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
The kitchen is where family gathers during the holidays, so make your space more inviting with cabinet refacing from Mad City Kitchens. Add beauty with new door and drawer fronts with soft close hinges and glides. Improve functionality with pull-out shelves, lazy Susans, new countertops, and a new sink. We install in as little as 2 days, and with our price lock guarantee, we'll lock your price in for 1 year. Plus, now during our holiday savings sale, receive 75% off installation of a cabinet refacing project with 48 months, 0% interest. senior and military discounts. As a bonus, receive $500 in Mad City cash, good for future home improvements. Grab the phone, call during this program, and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
This is the Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic, and it responds to snoring, so you don't have to. So no more nudging your partner or sleeping on the other side of the house, because the Tempur Ergo Smart Base actually detects snoring, then automatically adjusts to help reduce it all night, every night.
Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Why didn't we do this last year?
Before you were preventing migraine with Qulipta?
And look at me now. You'll never truly forget migraine, but 0 migraine days are possible.
Don't take if allergic to Qulipta. Most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and sleepiness.
Qulipta, the forget you get migraine medicine.
UW Athletics and the Goodman Community Center need your help to provide 4,000 families with Thanksgiving meals.
Please consider a food or monetary gift so no one goes without a holiday dinner.
Donate today at goodmancenter.org.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is taking you beyond the barometer. Email your weather-related questions to firstwarn@wisctv.com, and our team of meteorologists will give you the answers on News 3 Now, live at 4.
Monday at 6, after a customer made 6 calls asking AT&T to move equipment for a home remodeling project.
So I would reschedule. No one would come.
I'll show you how our call for action team made a difference in getting this big company to respond.
Here's a look at the temperatures compared to average over the next 7 days. We are going to see above average temperatures for the weekend, and although it will be a tad bit cooler Sunday, they're still expected to be above average. Now, looking at Monday, that's when the temperatures will start to drop, but as you can see, we'll still be slightly above that average mark. But then as we get to Tuesday, that's when the temperatures are going to continue to fall with near to below average temperatures, and then we definitely will see those below average temperatures by the time we get to Wednesday and Thanksgiving. Now, looking at the rain chances for southern Wisconsin over the next 7 days, a small chance of rain Monday night into Tuesday. We likely will see some precipitation at some point, but it's not expected to be very heavy. And then we have a small chance of some snow by the time we get to Friday night. But in general, we still are looking fairly dry. And although there has been a lot of changes to the drought monitor, a lot of that has to do with the time of the year. We expect less precipitation this time of year. So even though we're not seeing that, there's not going to be a lot of changes to the drought monitor. But we still are under a drought for some areas, so we can use the precipitation that we get.
Thank you, Jacob. We have some breaking news this morning. SpaceX launched its mega rocket Starship this morning, but lost the booster and then the spacecraft minutes into the test flight. This is video before the launch. The booster had sent the rocket ship towards space, but communication was lost 8 minutes after liftoff from South Texas, and SpaceX declared that the vehicle had failed. The trouble cropped up as the ship's engines were almost done firing to put it on an around-the-world path. Minutes earlier, the booster exploded, but not until its job was done, putting the ship on a course toward space. At 400 feet, Starship is the biggest and most powerful rocket ever built. A La Crosse grocery store is bringing back bread from a local beloved restaurant. News 8's Jeremy Wall caught up with customers who are ready to add it back to their grocery list.
Sonny Jeffers grew up eating at Faisy's. She has fond memories of the baked items, including the bread.
My dad took me here before he passed away. That was like the main thing we went there for. I mean, obviously they had a good plethora of options for food, but I like sweets, so.
When Faisy's closed in October, an opportunity came knocking. Today, People's Food Co-op bought its bakery.
We had plans to make some upgrades to our bakery, and when this happened, we felt it was a great opportunity for us to continue to provide this bread that has been in this community for so many years. And it just was perfect timing for that to happen.
The restaurant closed due to workforce challenges and increasing food prices. Now, People's Food Co-op owns all of Fazy's bakery recipes and equipment. Joseph Michael Frick used to be a baker at Fazy's. He's happy the loaves are rising again.
I'm glad that they're utilizing the equipment instead of letting it go to waste.
People's Food Co-op brought back 3 of its bakers to make the bread. Although Michael Frick isn't one of them, he says he would definitely return.
Absolutely, I would go back. It was the only reason that I wasn't there anymore was because I was the COVID cases, you know. It was back in those days, and you know, and that was a bummer.
We feel very, very lucky and thrilled that we are able to continue to bring this bread back to this community.
The bread is available at People's Food Co-op in both La Crosse and Rochester. Still ahead, Zach checks in with Friday's news and sports. Now let's take another live look outside. Jacob has a check of the forecast next on Weekend Mornings.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
If your home or business property has suffered storm damage, go with Ace Exterior Solutions. Ace will work with your insurance company to get you the best results for your damaged roof, siding, or gutters. Call now for a free storm damage inspection from Ace Exterior Solutions.
Belly's Flowers, the perfect gift for loved ones, offering premium flower arrangements and locally grown plants since 1949. Belly's Flowers, with 4 Madison area locations. Voted best florist in Madison. Belly's Flowers.
That they're all soft closed doors and soft closed drawers is pretty cool.
I'm excited to come home and to use my kitchen.
Cabinet refacing from Mad City Kitchens transforms your kitchen area from old-fashioned and outdated into a space that's photo-worthy in as little as 2 days. Mad City has more than 50,000 satisfied customers and an A+ rating with the BBB. Plus now, during our holiday savings sale, you'll receive 75% off installation of a cabinet refacing project. 48 months, 0% interest. Senior and military discounts. There's also a bonus. Receive $500 in Mad City cash, good for future home improvements, like a new bath or shower or new windows. Plus, be sure you call during this program for a free $50 Amazon gift card with estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
I volunteer because it's, I think, the right thing to do, and selfishly, yeah, I get a lot of joy from doing it. It's a joy that comes from taking people to where they need to go. Just watch your step coming out. You can't bottle it, you can't buy it. That only comes from volunteerism. When people really need to get to those medical appointments and they don't have any other means, I just look at it as kind of like the least I can do to try to help out.
Belly's Flowers, the perfect gift for loved ones, offering premium flower arrangements and locally grown plants since 1949. Belly's Flowers, with 4 Madison area locations. Voted best florist in Madison. Belly's Flowers.
Don't take a chance when it comes to your home or business. Go with Ace Exterior Solutions. Call Ace now and save hundreds with their money-saving fall discounts on roofing and siding. Locally owned, full service, and always guaranteed. Ace Exterior Solutions.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Here's a look at the 3 things you need to know to get you ready for the weekend and next week. We're going to see pleasant conditions over the weekend. It may not get this warm for quite a while afterwards because we have a chance of rain on Monday into Tuesday, and that will really cool the temperatures down as we head towards Thanksgiving. So looking at that forecast for today, highs will be right around 50 degrees for Madison. Places near the Mississippi River, especially near Iowa, may see high temperatures in the middle 50s, but in general, the entire region going to feel fairly comfortable, especially considering the average high this time of year is 44 degrees. Lows tonight will be pretty close to average. Lows will be around 30 degrees. We're going to continue to see the clear skies. It will be a bit colder the further north and east you are located, but in general, you know, a pretty normal night for tonight. And then tomorrow, we are going to see a few more clouds roll into our area, especially during the afternoon. But once again, we're going to see above average temperatures. Highs will be right around 50 degrees. Here's a look at a future track. Like I mentioned, not really going to see any cloud cover for the next 24 hours, but the clouds will roll in Sunday afternoon. By the time we get to Monday, we're going to see some of that rain move into our area, especially in the far southern portion of the state, with more rain scattering across the rest of our region by the time we get to Monday night. Now, some of that rain may transition into snow, especially north and west of Madison, but anything that does fall will likely not accumulate, maybe up to a ½ inch at most. Not expect to see a lot of snow accumulation, and this system is also expected to move out of the area rather quickly. By the late morning on Tuesday into Tuesday afternoon, we likely are going to see the dry conditions return. So even when it does rain or snow, it is going to be very light, and we're also not expect to see much precipitation after that system. So looking at the next 7 days, the precipitation forecast barely calls for a 1/10 of an inch of precipitation. So expect dry conditions to continue, and there is a small chance of some snow next Saturday, but it's still going to be very light. The big story is that change in temperatures. Highs will be in the 50s this weekend, and then by Wednesday and Thanksgiving, high temperatures may be below freezing. Now, these are just the high temperatures. Overnight lows could definitely drop into the teens. This will likely be the coldest air of the season so far, as we are going to see the conditions not just last for Thanksgiving, but also into the following weekend and the following week. But like I mentioned, we're not expect to see that much rainfall after Tuesday, but anything that does fall around Thanksgiving will be in the form of snow, but it's also not expected to be very heavy. It's also going to be breezy, especially Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then we have that chance of snow Friday night into Saturday. And as you can see, the temperatures, at least in the next 10 days, aren't expected to rebound. Now, there's a chance we could see the warmer temperatures return by the middle of the following week. But for Thanksgiving, expect cold temperatures, so definitely bundle up.
It's a big road trip for Badger volleyball. Wisconsin looking to not only bounce back after a loss, but keep their Big Ten title hopes alive and get a season sweep of Purdue. Kelly Sheffield and company without Anna Smrek again. Jumped to the 5th set, tied at 2 sets apiece. Badgers on the attack. And Sarah Franklin absolutely tattoos one off the face of a Boilermaker. Take a look at this one in slow-mo. Just imagine how much that would hurt. Franklin finished with 28 kills, needed one more to keep the match alive. Her swing, though, goes out of bounds. Badgers lose 2 straight for the first time since 2019. Badger men's hockey team fresh off a bye week with a new number in front of their name. Wisconsin is no longer the hunter, they're the hunted as the top team in the land. First test as a newly ranked #1 team, a date with 11th ranked Michigan State. Second period, Badgers down 1-0. Not for long. Owen Lindmark rips one corner pocket and gets saucy with it to tie the game up at 1. Spartans, though, would strike right back, scoring 2 goals in the final 4 minutes and 30 seconds of the period. Wisconsin falls 4-2. It's a national championship rematch in Columbus. Wisconsin taking on Ohio State in a 1 versus 2 matchup, and this was all Buckeyes. First period, Kiara Zanin pokes one through to give the home team a 1-0 lead. That's all they needed. Wisconsin loses their 5th straight at Ohio State. 3-0 the final. Badger men's basketball hoping to get back on track and snap a 2-game losing streak. Wisconsin welcoming in Robert Morris in a non-conference tilt before they head to Fort Myers. First ever meeting between the two programs. This one was closer than you'd like. Second half, Tyler Wall doing Tyler Wall things. The big man gets up for the slam. He finished with 18 points and joined the 1,000-point club in the process. Badgers, though, struggled from 3-point range. Well, everyone except John Blackwell. The freshman dials one up from deep, one of his 2 triples on the night. He dropped in 18 points in 18 minutes. Wisconsin grinds out a win, 78-68. And Brewers ace Brandon Woodruff has become a free agent after the club decided to not tender him. The two-time All-Star is expected to miss the entire 2024 season after shoulder surgery. Woodruff went 46-26 and struck out 788 batters during his time on the mound with the Crew. And that's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
Big, beautiful sectional for just $9.99 with a free ottoman. Big deals.
Black Friday deals.
All month long. Up to 60% off list. Only at Slumberland. But don't wait, because deals this great won't last. Only at Slumberland Furniture.
If you're tired of that old, outdated kitchen and ready for a change, consider cabinet refacing from Mad City Kitchens. The easy and affordable way to achieve a modern, high-end look without a lengthy, expensive remodel. Upgrade to soft close doors and drawers backed with a lifetime warranty. Don't put off updating your kitchen any longer. Do it now during our holiday savings sale and receive 75% off installation of a cabinet refacing project. Great financing with 48 months, 0% interest, senior and military discounts, plus a bonus. Receive $500 in Mad City cash with your cabinet refacing purchase to use for future home improvement projects. And last chance to call during this program for a free $50 Amazon gift card with estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It's providing guidance after a serious accident. From the first phone call, we're by your side, helping with the important decisions. Not just for your medical care, but for your family's peace of mind. The Lawton Cates team combines experience and genuine compassion because we know how much is at stake. And we're dedicated to ensuring you can heal and move forward. At Lawton Cates, your life counts. Call today for a free consultation.
Who's always behind the scenes helping make safe, regulated childcare possible in Wisconsin? DCF. We're your trusted source in support of quality childcare. Learn more at qualitychildcare.wi.gov.
This is a real person seeking a solution to a real problem.
Hi, fine, how are you?
Welcome to the Good Feet store. How can I help?
I have plantar fasciitis. My knees hurt, my hips hurt.
Then she was personally fit with Good Feet arch supports.
I don't feel any pain anywhere.
Good.
Seriously, no pain in my knees, my hips, nothing. This is amazing. I don't want to take them off. It just feels like I'm in heaven. Oh, you're a blessing in disguise.
Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
And a Sealy Posturepedic mattress, both for just $6.99. It's the Black Friday mattress sale at Slumberland. Up to 60% off list. A Sealy mattress and a power base.
I hear those help reduce snoring.
Only at Slumberland.
Mission Unstoppable, Saturday morning at 9.
Finally this morning, some positive news out of western Wisconsin. Fort McCoy officials showed their thanks to hunters right before gun deer season yesterday. Area hunters set to maintain the installation's deer herd met with officials to go over any questions before opening day. The DNR says hunter license sales lately have dropped around 2% each year. That makes installation officials grateful for all the hunters who come back each fall. One official says the hunt ensures the rest of the herd has enough food to make it through the winter, but they say the mild temperatures will make things a little bit harder. This year's gun deer hunt, by the way, runs through the 26th. Let's get one final check of the forecast now, Jacob.
Thanks, Kyle. For La Crosse, we're going to see high temperatures in the middle 50s, chance of rain on Monday, and then we could see that rain transition into snow by Tuesday, but any snow that does fall will likely not accumulate. 40s for Monday and Tuesday, then 30s for the rest of the week. High temperatures at points may be below freezing with low temperatures possibly in the teens. We also have another chance of some snow Friday night into Saturday, but once again, at this time, we're not expected to see any accumulation. Madison's forecast a bit cooler in general, lower 50s this weekend, middle to lower 40s for Monday and Tuesday, and then lower 30s throughout the rest of the week. Thanksgiving is going to be cold. It's also going to be breezy, and those breezy conditions will continue for Black Friday. By the following weekend, we are going to see a few chance of flurries. And by the following week, we are still seeing those high temperatures, very cold. So it is going to be a cold Thanksgiving week. It just seems like Madison this year likes to be the coldest when the holidays come. If you remember, Halloween was very cold, and this Thanksgiving will be even colder.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you all for watching. See you back here tomorrow at 6:30.